welcome back to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, I am the owner of Mercy Couture Wigs, and my name is Nyasha. So welcome. I'm located in the DMV area and also service the New York tri-state area. All right, so I just want to break down the question of the freaking decade. How do you find a vendor? This vendor search is ridiculous. It's costs you thousands of dollars. You're gonna spend months and months and months, hours and hours and hours of searching. It's just like ridiculous. So my job here, after almost a year of searching for vendors, I just wanna help you out and give you some tools that I've learned. All right, so I wrote some notes down and I'm gonna break it down. Now, why is it important to find a good vendor? Duh, you don't wanna sell bad hair. You sell bad hair, your business goes down. People wanna talk about you. Plain and simple. So it really was imperative for me to find good hair. I'm still looking for that perfect hair, but I have some tricks and tools that I would share. So the first thing when I was looking up how to find hair on YouTube, pretty much the main thing everybody said was go to Alibaba. All right, there's pros and cons to Alibaba. One, Alibaba, you're gonna get cheap vendors. You might find a couple vendors that are really pricey that have good hair, predominantly probably like Indian vendors and Vietnamese, Cambodian, all the other Asian countries, right? But you can find some decent one. I found one decent Indian vendor online, and pretty much what I did was I searched Alibaba. Then they have different sections of what origin, basically what country you want. So if you want Chinese, then you go to Chinese. If you want Indian, then you go to Indian hair. So let's stay with the Indian hair, all right? So, and if I'm like, oh, I want curly hair, you can even get more detailed in the search. So you're gonna search up curly Indian hair. You want Burmese hair, you're gonna search up curly Burmese hair. All right, and you see what you find. The trick that I learned is to search up the ones, look up the ones that first have a long history, all right, that have been in business over 5 years. The 1 year business, they probably got hair off the floor somewhere and put some plastic in it, blah, blah, blah. But you want hair that's from a reputable company, and also the response time is important. I would say anything 90 and above is good. 80, you could be waiting days. Now you have a client that ordered a wig and you have like a 10-day, window, or you want to buy some hair. You can't wait 3 days for them to reply to you, so you want to make sure the response time is good. All right. Also, you want to look at the pictures. Oh my God. So the rumor around town is that people share other people's pictures, that vendors are pulling other pictures from the hair. You don't know if that's their real hair or whatever. And that is true. Because if you look on IG, you're going to see a lot of people with the same type of pictures. And you're like, well, that's not your hair. Blah, blah, blah. I'm guilty of doing that. But I do try to credit now who the picture's from and try to say, hair inspiration. Because if you don't have any hair, you're just starting out, what are you going to post? But that's another whole story. I'll get you. All right. With Alibaba, you find them. You can either WhatsApp them. You can either leave them a message on Alibaba and they'll get back to you. Now with the WhatsApp, most of them all have WhatsApp. I love WhatsApp. It's not scary. It's basically you're texting them. You can ask them to send you a video. I've never done it. However, I have gotten one phone call from a vendor, which I thought that was good. She wanted to clarify and make sure that, she didn't have the right bundle, blah, blah, blah. So you could do that. And then find a vendor there and keep searching. I mean, there are just like hundreds of vendors, so it's a little bit cumbersome. But if you narrow down those kind of criteria, then that should help you at least ease some of the pain. All right, and next we have Google search. Woo! Google search is a little tricky because you will find websites that you also see from Alibaba, how they have a website on there. Then they have their regular website. So now you're like, is this a legit company or is this they just trying to make a quick buck? Yeah, that's where the money comes into play. You're going to end up spending some money and testing out the hair. All right, never sell hair without testing it. Never. I did that one time. Luckily, it was for my stepdaughter. So I was like, oh my God, I hope this hair is good. I really need to get her some hair for the birthday. It was horrible. Horrible. Shedded everywhere. It was horrible. Couldn't hold a curl. Oh my gosh, I was so upset. It looked like it was kinky, but it was supposed to be straight. I was like, what the hell is this? All right. So with the Google search, you want to type in, I typed in like wholesale, virgin hair wholesale. Look up their websites. I say you're going to have to WhatsApp like 1 million people, all right? Keep their names, make sure you have the names together, that way you know who's who. You have the right company with the names because you're going to be WhatsApping everybody. You're going to want to WhatsApp everybody because out of the 10 people that you choose, 2 people or 2 vendors might have what you're looking for. So you want to make sure your options are open, all right? like I said, wholesale vendors, virgin hair vendors, Burmese curly vendors, curly hair vendors, kinky curly vendors. So you want to do that. You want to look at where they're located. Then once you find their company, if you want to do more in-depth research, look up the company. See if there are any reviews. No, not if. You should see if there are reviews on the company. You also want to make sure like how long they've been in business, how many employees they have. You know, is this a factory or is this a manufacturer or is this just a wholesaler? Are they the middleman? Like, you want to find out those things. It's really good to go directly to the factory. Might be a little pricey, but it depends on what kind of hair you're going to and how long that place has been in business. Quality costs, plain and simple. And if you're in business to sell longevity or you're in business to just sell for trends, that also matters to what kind of vendor you get. Trendy vendors, well, I just think their hair to last about 1 to 2 months. You know, last 6 months, even better. But people want to change their hairstyles really often, so you're not going to keep the same wig. All right. Next, I want to go to YouTube. Oh my gosh, this one is crazy and it's tricky because you're going to type in wholesale vendor, Indian vendor, Chinese vendor, Brazilian hair vendor, you know, Remy hair. You're going to type in all of those in the search bar, how to find a vendor, you know, and then people might say what vendor. You never know. Keep researching. You'll find out information. And when you do that search on YouTube, you want to actually make sure that there are comments. If there aren't any comments, I'm a little skeptical about that because I'm like, all right, whatever. And if the comments are like the same person on all of their videos with a funny name, or not even funny name, I might say that, but in a name that you're like, okay, this doesn't sound like a regular channel's name, then it might be them plugging in the reviews. All right, so you want to make sure of that. But you can find vendors all over YouTube, and then you can find reviews, and then you can get the names of vendors and you can try them out. If you look at other people, they'd be like, oh, I tested this X, Y, and Z hair, or this X, Y, and Z hair, or this vendor. Try it out. Most times, I guess I've been hearing that people get sent this quality of hair, so you know, you got to test out. Test everything out, I'm telling you. All right, next, and this kind of combined, you could do Facebook and Instagram, but Instagram, oh my gosh, they're all over Instagram. If you're on IG and you deal in hair, then you know you've been getting bombarded with vendors over and over and over again, okay? And they have all these names. Lisa from Virgin Hair Wholesale, Sean, or they don't use Sean, but you know what I'm saying. So, sorry, you're gonna get a bunch of vendors hitting you up. Some of them are a little bit shaky, so let me just tell you my experience. One time I hit up this company, I'm just gonna shout them out, Babble Hair. Oh my gosh, this hair was the worst hair I have ever seen. It was worse than pack hair. Like, this hair was horrible. The beard part was all matted together, like bunched up. Some of the hair was stuck together, like they put some type of chemical or some type of whatever on it, or lotion or some product on it, and it left it just not matted but stuck together. Like they combed it wet and they dried it like that with a rake comb. So I was like, this is unbelievable. I made a wig just to practice with it, but I'm like, this hair is trash. So yes, even though they were like, oh, we have HD lace, oh, we have this, oh, we have that, yeah, you have trash. That's really what you have. All right, so stay away from them. There goes my little plug. All right, anyway, so yeah, on IG, what I did, I was looking for HD lace. So I basically searched HD lace, scroll down every timeline. You have, of course, beauticians, stylists, and everything posting their pictures, but you also have vendors that are like, yeah, this is HD lace. All right, so now again, you have to try it out. You can't just say, all right, this hair looks good or whatever, because again, maybe that's not their picture. So you try it out. See if they have any comments. What do the comments say? Are they reviews? Pretty much. If you like what the reviews say, if you feel that you're comfortable enough, do that. All right. And also, when I say Facebook now, Facebook, you want to, back to IG. So a lot of them will be from the same company with different sales reps. So, and they won't have their company name on it. They'll just have like Virgin Hair Supplier, but they probably were a company that you might have chosen already. So just be careful. They might have a different WhatsApp number. So just try to do more research. Find out if somewhere on that page, if they have a watermark, if they have a link, go make sure that that's not a company that you've already searched for, because they do duplicate IG pages. All right, so Facebook now. With Facebook, this is a really good tool, and it helped me learn a lot, especially about wig making and vendors. Facebook groups, okay? These Facebook groups are amazing, all right? There are so many different groups. If you type wigs, if you type business, if you type entrepreneur, if you type the hair, you know, you can find different Facebook groups. And these Facebook groups, boy, do they tell it all. They'll tell you what vendors that you don't need to go to. They'll tell you what hair is bad. They'll tell you everything, how to do it. Another thing I saw was forums. Forums are good also. So they have like black hair forums. So check those out and see like vendors, search vendors in there. And some people will say, all right, I tried this vendor is good, this vendor's bad. Now, that's how you can find stuff on Facebook. Just look up the vendors. You really have to just research. And if you feel comfortable after you've done extensive research on that company, then hey, go purchase the hair. Try it out. I suggest you try out these two textures. Curly, if they have any curly, and then a body wave. Because if their body wave is whack, then the hair is just, all of it is going to be whack. All right. If the curly hair is whack, then you're like, maybe I just won't get curly. Try the body wave from them. All right. At least try two textures from them. But if that curly hair is horrible and it sheds and it's just like tangling up, then forget them completely. Don't even waste your money with them. All right. So with that said, now let's go on to when you order from them. Well, you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to save that for another video. I want to tell you about how to order, what you can do, how you're going to not get scammed, because I do have a scam story. Pretty much that in another video. All right? So I think I've been yapping too much, and I'm going to hurry up and sum this up pretty much. Your basic options are for finding a great hair vendor is Alibaba, Google search, YouTube, IG, Facebook. All right? And a lot of times there's also this there's also this website that's giving away vendor lists. I'm going to break down vendor lists, all right, in the next video. All right, so stay tuned. Hope you had fun. Hope you learned a lot. Hope this was informative. And, you know, keep the vendor search alive. Good hair, don't care. Hey. All right, laters.